Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Fikri Aurelia. I want to tell you about my story. One of the most embarrassing moments in my life was when I went to pay Shopee at one of the Alfamart in South Cipete, South Jakarta. I was in Jakarta for a semester break last year when it happened. That day at morning, I was opening the Shopee application and looking at the products in it. Then I found something interesting, which was a custom binder book. Incidentally, my binder book was full, so I want to buy a new one. Before I decided to buy it, I asked my mother first because she paid for it. After my mother approved it, I immediately checked out the product at the Shopee. Then I chose a payment method via Alfamart. The total that I have to pay to Alfamart is 75,500 rupiah. Because Jakarta was very hot during the day, I decided to pay at night. That day at evening, I would go to Alfamart to pay Shopee. I went on foot because the distance from my home to Alfamart is quite close. I had brought the money and my handphone. Then I rushed to Alfamart. As usual, the atmosphere of Jakarta was very crowded. After arrived at the Alfamart, many people were already queuing at the cashier, including me. It was my turn. I gave my handphone and my money to the cashier. I waited quietly. Suddenly, the cashier told me that my money was less than 500 rupiah. I rushed to see my handphone, and it turned out that the total I had to pay 75,500 rupiah, and I only brought 75,000. And unfortunately, I usually carried my wallet, and at that time I didn't bring it. Oh my god, I was very embarrassed. Stupidly, I didn't check back the money that I brought, and behind me the queue is so long. They all sat up and looked at me. Because I was so embarrassed, I finally told the cashier that I would come back to get the money. All the way, I want to laugh and to cry too. Plus, the cashier is male. Oh my god, it made me more embarrassed. After arrived at home, I told my mother what happened at Alfamart. She said it was my fault. After that, because I was too embarrassed to go back to Alfamart, I finally canceled the purchase of the binder book from Shopee. Okay, that's all my story. Finally, I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.